Family teaches us everything, the most important things. My family came over from Cuba, arrived in this country with nothing. Well, it was a terrible experience. Imagine having everything taken from you one day when you wake up. And that's been passed along to me, the whole idea of not taking freedom for granted. My great aunt, she would pick me up from school every day, and she would tell me, look, they can take everything from you, but they can't take away your education. Now I have the privilege of serving on the school board in Miami-Dade County. The central question in education has to be always, are children learning? The children that are sitting in our classrooms today deserve the best education in the world, and I will never stop fighting for it, because this is the movement that encourages people to achieve greater things. This is the movement that tells people that they can aspire to own a small business, to be a professional. The other movement, they tell people to aspire to getting a government benefit. That's not what immigrants come to this country for. Immigrants come here, like my parents, because they want to work. They want to make a difference. They want a better future for their children. I really think they're going to come home, and I'm excited about that, and I want to be part of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Carlos Curbelo, Miami, Florida, Dade County Public School Board Member and 10 Under 40 honoree.
Have you ever wondered how, why, or when you became a conservative? I hadn't until yesterday, when I started thinking about what I wanted to share with you here today. I'd like to think that for me it was innate, but more likely it has to do with the way I was raised and with my family's history. I do remember when I was a child, someone once told me that Democrats were the party of the poor. This never made much sense to me. By the time I was born, my parents were middle-income earners, although we lived in a blue-collar neighborhood. However, at one time, my family was indeed poor. My dad tells me a story all the time about how he was looking for work in New Orleans and how he experienced hunger. He wanted to eat and had no way of obtaining food. My mom lived with her mom and her aunts because it was the only way they could afford a home. Yet liberalism or progressivism was never something our family embraced. Now, that's not to diminish the idea of helping and caring for those facing tough odds. This should be a high priority for all societies. If we do not concern ourselves with healing the sick and giving those that need a hand up, then what good are we? Our friends on the other side have done quite a number on us. They've convinced many Americans that we only care about the wealthy and that the poor are merely an inconvenience for us. And yet the great irony is that the left has, intentionally or not, hindered the progress of low-income earners in this country. Before, they used to trap people in welfare. Today, they trap people in Obamacare. This health care law, the perfect storm to suppress those that are in most need of jobs and opportunities in this country. Under this law, workers are discouraged from seeking the jobs that they need, and employers are encouraged to suppress employee hours. And what does that do? It denies the people that need jobs and opportunity the most the opportunity to become better, to self-realize themselves. Obamacare is just the most recent example of the left's misguided policies that close the path of upward social mobility for those that have the desire to grow and achieve more for themselves and for their families. On education, the best ticket out of poverty, we ask the question, are children learning? And put students at the center of the education system in this country. Their chief concern is, are the adults satisfied? For them, special interest groups and the education bureaucracy are the priority. We believe that immigrants should aspire to achieve great things in this country, to work hard and become professionals or start a business. contribute to the economy. They prefer that people aspire to receive government benefits. If you don't believe me, listen to how they campaign. Vote for us or else you will lose. Insert the name of your favorite entitlement program. On foreign policy, we stand with our allies like Israel in the Middle East and countries like Colombia in our hemisphere. We express solidarity with the victims of tyranny and abuse, the people of Venezuela, Cuba, Syria, and others. They, especially in this administration, remain mostly silent when brave people stand up to chronic deniers of basic human rights, and they appease and even seek partnerships with dictators and de facto dictators who massacre their own people and invade foreign countries. Who's our partner in Syria? Vladimir Putin. That's Barack Obama's partner in Syria, a man now invading a foreign country. And while we seek ways to build a fiscally sustainable government, they continue their inexorable march towards a bankrupt nation, leaving the future in doubt for my generation and for those that will follow us. All of this, my friends, is why I am a conservative. The question now is, what do we do? Where do we go from here? The answer, my fellow conservatives, is that we have to go everywhere and talk to everyone sincerely and openly about our ideas, our goals, and our vision. With humility, we have to recognize our failures when we have been hypocritical in our actions and when we have been exclusive in our rhetoric. We must convey optimism and the hope we have for a greater nation, and then we must embrace all of those who wish to walk with us. That, my fellow conservatives, is how we will win. Thank you very much, CPAC. Thank you.